Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts. Hold on tight. Going for one crazy ride tonight on the Josh Nolan Full Throttle Racing Show, #1 on YouTube. Tonight we're with us, Ezra Green. Welcome to the show, Ezra.
Hello, how are you doing?
Good, how are you? So how did you
I'm
get
doing
started in
wonderful.
racing? How did you get started in racing, Ezra?
I started out racing quarter midget at the age of 5, and I did that for around 5 years, and then we moved up to a micro sprint last year.
Okay. So what was it like for you to race for the first time?
It was scary, but eventually after that first time, you kind of get comfortable, and you're just a lot more comfortable, and yeah.
So what scared you the most about racing?
Just knowing that like anything could happen at any time, you have to stay cautious about everything.
Okay. So where did you come up with your racing number at?
Well, my favorite driver is Kyle Larson, and his sprint car number is 57. We kind of copied that, and we put a G on the end because my last name is Green.
Okay. All righty. So, okay. How much success have you had as a race car driver?
We had a lot of it. We had a lot of success in quarter midgets, and moving up to the micro has definitely been a big step up, but we're starting to get with it.
So how many wins do you have racked up in your racing career?
Honestly, I don't know, because there's a lot. I know that.
Okay.
I have 4 championships in quarter midgets, so I know that.
Wow, that's pretty cool. So, alrighty. So, what has the transition been like for you to move over to micro sprints?
It's definitely a big step. Your driving style has to change. It's just really everything has to change. You know, you have to adjust with it a lot more. There's just a lot more that's with the micro sprint that's not really with the quarter midget.
Yeah. So, okay. What did you enjoy most about racing micro sprints?
It's just really fast and it's really enjoyable. I feel like that it's just my happy place, me in the car.
Okay, all right. So who do you have for sponsors on your racing team?
We currently don't have any sponsors, but we are always looking for sponsors everywhere we can.
So if there's anybody going to be out here watching this racing show, get a hold of Ezra Green Racing on Facebook, because Ezra would like to have sponsorship on his race cars that gets further into his racing career. So, okay. What is your favorite track you've ever raced
on? I don't know. Quarter midget wise, probably Mini Indy Speedway because it's high banked and really fast. But in the micro sprint, I'd have to say Coles County Speedway in Illinois because that's banked and it has a lot of speed too.
So Mini Indy, is that dirt or is that pavement?
It's pavement.
Okay, so you had quite the adjustment moving from pavement to dirt then.
It's definitely a big adjustment because, I mean, yeah, everything really about dirt is different than pavement.
Okay, so what is your home racetrack you race on?
Huh?
What's your home racetrack you race on?
Well, the quarter midget, Mini Indy because it's really close to us, but for the micro, probably US 24 Speedway in Logansport.
Okay, alrighty. So when it comes to you racing on dirt, do you like a really wet, heavy track, a dry track, or right in the
I
center?
I prefer like a moderate track because that's what I'm most comfortable with, and
Okay.
I can, yeah.
Okay. So do you have like special controls in your micro sprint to adjust your wings for the track?
No, they don't have that for micro sprints. They
Okay.
do, but not for restrictor. I think it's outlaw.
All right. Okay. So who's all on your racing crew?
Probably my dad, my mom, and my papa. They've been really the people that have helped me out over the years.
Okay. Do you help work on your race car also?
Yeah, I help every now and then.
So what's your favorite job working on your race car?
Really just work, just like helping my dad with stuff that he needs, whether that's setting up or really anything.
Okay. So are you pretty good about reading the racetrack?
Yeah, I'd say so. I can. Wait, what do you really mean by reading?
Like if there's changes coming to the track, like say after hot laps and stuff like that, and heat races and stuff like that.
I can tell whether it's either slicking off or staying moderate. I can adjust
Okay.
to when it's slick.
Alrighty. So what's an awesome day at the racetrack look like for you then?
Really just having a fun time. It's really all about having fun and just enjoying yourself.
Okay, what's an awesome day at the race shop look like for you then?
The race shop, probably just helping Dad out, talking, and yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
do you have a racing nickname?
My racing nickname is the Bulldog because I live in Brownsburg, which their mascot is the Bulldogs.
So what is your nickname again?
The Bulldog.
Okay. Alrighty. So so how did you come up with that nickname?
So I live in Brownsburg, and the mascot is the Bulldog.
Okay.
Yeah, and I just really liked it. It sounded really cool, in my opinion.
Alrighty. So who do you look up to as a race car driver?
Like a race car driver that I look up to?
Yeah, your racing hero. Who's your racing hero?
Probably Kyle Larson. I've been a fan of him starting at a really young age. And
have you ever met Kyle Larson?
I have a couple times, and I've got his autograph a couple times. He's a really nice guy.
Okay, alrighty. So, do you have any big racing adventure looking for in this year yet?
Huh?
Do you have any big racing adventure looking forward to racing in this year yet?
Not really any events, just driving race to race, just getting all the experience I can get.
Okay. You eventually want to race the Tulsa shootout?
Yeah, but I don't really want to do it just restricted because you're only running restricted unless you have a junior sprint.
Okay, all right.
In a couple years, maybe.
Okay, so who are some of your friends at the racetrack?
I don't have many friends in the micro sprint. Oh, Parker, Buck, Nolan, Cruz Stanfield. Yeah, they started out in quarter midgets and they were there when we were there. So we've talked to them a lot.
Okay. So, all right. So what's the paint scheme on your race car look like for this year?
It's a design And we have all of our supporters on it who like 10J Chassis and Competitive Performance. We have them on there, and it's a cool design in the background.
Okay. So what do you like to do for fun away from the racetrack?
Probably going outside.
Okay. So do you have any crazy racing stories you'd like to share with us?
I can't really think of any as of the moment.
Nothing real crazy's happened on the racetrack?
I mean, stuff has, but I can't go into really in-depth detail.
Okay. Alrighty. So, okay. Give me advice out there for the kids coming up in the racing world.
Just never give up and stick with it. Your time will come, and yeah, you'll get there eventually.
Okay. So, is anybody else you'd like to thank you for helping you get this far with your racing career?
Definitely my dad. He's put a lot of work into it. My mom for always being there. Just really everyone who's been there along the way.
Okay. So, at this portion of the show, I like to turn the mic over to my guest. If they have a couple questions they'd like to ask me, they can ask me a couple questions.
I actually don't really have any questions for you.
Okay. All right. So, what is your? Go ahead. Huh?
How long have you been doing this podcast?
Since 2018.
Okay. That's really all that I got for you.
Okay. So what are your future goals with your racing career? Where do you want to be at when you become an adult?
I eventually want to become a 410 sprint driver racing with the World of Outlaws or High Limit. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Okay. So, other than your Facebook page, do you have any other racing pages you'd like to that you have that the fans can follow you on?
Sorry, what?
Besides Facebook, is there any other racing pages that the fans can follow you on?
Not really that I can think of now.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, go hit up Ezra Green Racing on Facebook to follow our guest here. I would like to thank you for being on our show tonight, Ezra, talking to us about your racing career.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
And getting to know you a little bit better. I will call you in just a little bit to thank you, but I will have you step out and yeah.
All right, thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll work with it, you have to be areas.
Hey, Ezra, do you know how to log out?
That's all you have on here. See, Joe, you could go safe, so they go on with families.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that was Ezra Green on our racing show, just talking to us about his racing career. But if you'd like to sponsor a racing show or be on a racing show, feel free to call us or text us at 712-209-713, or you can email us at jjnolan151@gmail.com. Other than that, nothing real new on the racing world, but have a good night, everybody. And I'd like to thank everybody for helping us out.